GT World Headquarters right here in Huntington Beach. If you guys are ready, let's run this demo tape and let the action begin. Right now I'm speaking with Martin Aprio, the chairman of the board in Flatland Freestyle. Martin, to get as good as you've become, you must have to practice for hours. How long do you practice every day?
Well, I practice just about 3 hours a day. I start around 12 and I end up about 3, and the rest is pretty much practice play. But you really don't need a whole lot of practice. It's more important to have about 1 or 2 good hours of practice than 3 or 4 just riding hours.
So you spend a lot of quality time down at the block practicing, huh?
Right. I practice just about all my tricks. I never sit down and practice just one trick all day. I practice all my tricks.
Do you work on routines all of the time, or do you concentrate on doing it right before a contest? How does that go?
I practice a routine only 1 or 2 weeks before the contest, but I always have a routine in my head that I've been doing for so many years. And I do all my tricks in a certain order, and it just comes naturally.
Well, all that practice has paid off because you've traveled all over the world. Where have you gone on the GT World Tour?
I've gone to Germany, Austria, Ireland, England, Holland, France, Sweden, Hong Kong, Japan, and Hawaii.
That's incredible. What's the best thing about doing any of those shows?
I think the best thing is just making friends. I travel all over the world. I meet new people, and making friends that speak different languages, it's really weird.
Yeah, do you like the food?
I like the food like in France. You eat a lot of French fries, of course. Major portions of French fries and steak. In the Orient, I can't really survive on all their food, so we go to like McDonald's or a place like that, Denny's.
Yeah, shrimp heads aren't very filling.
I never feel pressure at shows. It's all fun because at shows I can show all the tricks. On the other hand, at contests, you only get to do a certain amount of tricks, and you can't do every variation of that trick. You can only do, say, 20 tricks, 25 tricks at the most.
Doesn't it?
Well, I'm really happy with the new GTs now. That down tube, I use a lot to pull off. Say I'm stuck in a flail return, but I can't get back because my pedal is in the wrong position. I stick my foot on that frame, I flip right back out, and no matter what, I'm out of that trick.
Well, right now I want you to take a look at the monitor and look at some of the stuff we caught you doing in Huntington Beach. What's this trick, Martin?
This right here is the Miami Hopper Hops, no-handed. Well, at this point, you have to do a bar endo and lock the locking lever with your right hand. And as you lock it, take both hands off, put both legs behind the seat, and start hopping. But you have to have gentle hops. You can't have major hops, or the bars will straighten out, and you'll obviously fall. Yeah, well,
the next trick we're going to show is just as nutty as the Miami Hop Hops. It's the grip ride. Why don't you tell me how this thing goes?
Yeah, this is a grip ride in a circle. You have to jump up at the same exact time and put both feet on the handle grips. And then you got to stand straight up. I practice this by doing a lot of squats at home. You jump straight up, take both hands off, and I put a little more pressure on my left leg so that I turn to the left.
That's how you turn in the circle, then. You lean your body weight to the inside.
Right. I put a little bit more weight to the left. I put my left hand out in front and my right hand towards the back.
You keep your knees bent the whole time through this trick. Does that help out?
Well, to get the turn, you have to have your knees bent. But when you're going straight, you have to have your legs straight up and down.
I think the last trick that we have you featured on is the, what was it?
No, I think it's backyard.
That's it. That's a real hot new trick. That hasn't been around for very long at all, has it?
No, it hasn't. It's a real fresh trick.
And here, we're showing it in slow motion. Tell me about some of the points you have to look for when you're in this trick.
This is just standard walking over, but the important part is you get up into your hops.
Where do you keep your knees?
Okay, your left leg, you want your left leg to lean against the seat and the seat post. Okay, at the same time, you take your left hand off and your right foot starts squeaking backwards.
Yeah, you drag your shoe, don't you?
Right, I drag it. You use no brakes on this trick.
Okay, that's how you provide control then.
Right, you just push and drag, push and drag.
Do you lean back to ride out, or do you...
well, there's a couple ways to pull out. I have the over and out, but in this trick right here, I pull out straight back, just like I got into it. I step back over.
I see, back into a fork wheel.
Right out, and we call this a trick saver, so I jump up and swing the bike into a 180 and ride out.
That's cool. That's incredible. It's easier for me to understand why they call you the chairman of the board, Martin. We've got some other footage of you from Huntington Beach. Let's take a look at it. 20-year-old Dino DeLuca is the longest-standing member on the Dino freestyle team. What exactly did get you involved in freestyle, Dino?
Well, about 7 years ago,